Okay, so I want to go ahead and look at this AI music video here from AI Trailer Home. And how did I even notice that this existed? Well, Gaming Syndicate uh, put me onto it again. See, Gaming Syndicate does a reaction. Gaming Syndicate finds all kinds of weird, interesting stuff. So I have not looked at his reaction yet, and I've not looked at this yet, except for, the few seconds that play when I hover over it. So, but it looks interesting, and the two people on the thumbnail here, I think, are Billie Eilish on the left here and Erica Kirk on the right. And I don't look at very much Billie Eilish stuff. I'm not very familiar with her. And I think one of the reasons is that she has Sanpaku eyes, which creep me out. And when I Googled for Sanpaku eyes so I could find something, this was one of the first links that popped up in Google search for Sanpaku eyes. And then I did a Google search on this image, and look at what I got. It actually is Billie Eilish. She has a pretty severe case of Sanpaku eyes, and it just really creeps me out when I look at them. And I'm sorry about that. It might not be her fault that she has them, but I do get creeped out by really severe cases of Sanpaku eyes. And that's one of the reasons why I don't know hardly anything about what she's been doing, because I do not look at Billie Eilish stuff. Okay, so this is an AI-generated music video, like a lot of the things I've been reacting to lately. And it looks like it's 4 minutes long. It's got the music symbol there. Let's pop in here. Okay, and then let's make it big. Okay, and rewind. Here we go. Oh yeah, and the Hollywood sign on fire. And the title of this is Celebrities Know Best, and it is an AI parody song. Okay, so this is a realistic version of the "This is fine" meme. This is a very famous and old meme of the house burning and then the dog with the coffee cup and says "This is fine." So I guess this is the Hollywood version of this meme. Okay, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. The Self-Congratulating Awards 2026, and it's the Crypto.com arena. So yeah, I think they're saying that the celebrities are extremely corrupt. It's like a snake eating its own tail with all the self-congratulating. And of course, Hollywood has tried really hard to capture the review industry. So the people that used to be like movie reviewers and journalists that cover Hollywood movies and all that kind of stuff, Hollywood has done capture, institutional capture of that. And so they control the media, and then the media praises Hollywood, and then Hollywood pays the media, and all that kind of stuff happens a lot. And if there are reviewers in the media who say, "Oh, this movie was really horrible," sometimes Hollywood sues them. So even if they don't control them directly, they can often control them indirectly through lawsuits. Okay, let's keep going. Billy grabs her Grammy mic. Okay, so I think this is Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow. That ever since his tragic passing, she has been the center of a lot of weird theories, because her and Candace Owens have both been having really weird behavior. And I'm not going to go into those theories. I'm not sure if I believe any of them, but but she's definitely had some weird behavior from time to time. And it's not just people on the left that have been criticizing that behavior. People on the right have also been criticizing it. So this is something of a both sides issue, where both sides are noticing that Erica Kirk and Candace Owens are acting kind of weird and are like, I wonder what that's about, but I don't know what it's about.
Billy grabs her Grammy, mic in her hand tight. No one is illegal on stolen land, a righteous sight. But her own mansion's parked on tongue the land. Multi-millions deep, hypocrite's favorite stand. Screw ICE, she yells from her gated paradise. While real folks deal with borders, she just moralizes nice. Preach from the stage, then chat up in first class. Celebrities know best, kiss their ass. Celebrities know best, yeah, they know it all. Virtue signaling clowns while the peasants take the fall. Celebrities know best, don't question their decree. They'll save the world and claim it's not all about me and me. Oh yeah, they know best, bow to the elite.
Oh, Wayne's World. Oh yeah, Wayne and Garth, let's see, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey, I think. Yeah, this, really nostalgic about this. Can't quite remember the names correctly necessarily, but yeah, very nostalgic Wayne's World. And this guy back here a little bit was, so we got two instances of the Joker, and I think the one in purple was the one that very tragically passed away, that actor. I can't quite remember.
Oh yeah, Trevor Noah on stage, cracking.
Oh yeah, and the Wayne's World actors in their costumes bowing down, that's a reference to the we're not worthy, and bowing down stuff. Okay, so Trevor Noah on stage. Yeah, Trevor Noah took over The Daily Show, and I really wished Jon Stewart was still in there, but he does do some cameo stuff now. But yeah, Trevor Noah just wasn't that funny.
That smug ass grin, Nicki Minaj ain't here. She's still at the White House with him. Does a Trump impression, Nicki? I got the biggest ass, believe me, everybody's saying it. What? Look at me! Crowd erupts and cheers for the anti-MAGA roast, while Nicki's out supporting Trump coast to coast. Not the girl for reviews, pat yourselves on the back. Ganging up on a woman, pure hypocritical, cowardly smack. Celebrities know best, yeah, they know it all. Trump derangement syndrome got him climbing the wall. Celebrities know best, rage at the orange man, but lock their gates tight, gotta protect their clan. Oh yeah, they know best. Minnesota's fraud, Somali scams happening.
Oh yeah, Quality Leering Center. So this is a reference to the Nick Shirley documentaries, Minnesota fraud, Somali, and daycare scams, and other scams, not just the daycare scams.
Every day, don't say a word to people who pretend are.
Oh, and then here's Minnesota Governor Tim Walz shoveling the snow outside the Quality Leering Center, which of course is a misspelling of learning. This is so amusing, this little scene here. But yeah, I remember celebrities in the 80s and 90s, every so often, they would try to get into politics big time, like telling you who to vote for. And oftentimes it would backfire, actually, that whoever they supported, like people, even people who were their fans would sometimes like vote against, because people don't like to be told what to do. People want to make their own decisions. And then, you know, all the Hollywood celebrities would start saying, oh, we should stay out of politics. We shouldn't be in politics. And then they, you know, they wouldn't say very much about it, most of them. And then, you know, a few years later, they'd be like, oh, we didn't learn our lesson before. Let's go big time into politics. So there's been a lots of cycles where celebrities have gone in and out of being really political. But yeah, I think one of the things that I've really learned about celebrities is what they say, which is don't meet your heroes. Don't ever know too much about them. It's kind of like I remember the so you might have heard about the Neil Gaiman scandals, the famous author and comic book writer, and very, very scandalous and awful, depressing stuff came out about him, and it seems like it's probably true. I'm not an expert, but when you look it over, it's like I can't really easily think of any way that this wouldn't reflect really badly on him. And I got a friend I've had for about half my life, and I don't see her very much anymore, but we still are friends. And she is the biggest Neil Gaiman fan. And it just broke her heart when the stuff came out about that. She was like, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. But she was like looking at it and she was like, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. So all of these celebrities, they're like how many of them are in the Epstein files and how many of them are in the Diddy files and how many of them are in other scandals that we don't even know about yet that'll probably come out eventually. It's like, it's like someone can be really good at writing or creating music or directing movies or being an actor or playing basketball or playing football or any of the various things they do, and still turn out to be a bad person or maybe a good person that's just stupid and has bad opinions. So yeah, I think just because someone is good at acting or whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are a good person or that you should listen to their opinions. And that's a lesson people have learned over and over again. And yeah, I remember Bill Cosby used to be someone that I really liked and looked up to. I remember the Cosby Show in the 80s when it was running all the time. It was in its run, it wasn't reruns. I loved watching the Cosby Show so much, and so many other people were fans of the Cosby Show, and I actually had a book that Bill Cosby had written, and I loved it. I loved the book that he had written, and I think someone gave it to me for a birthday or Christmas present because they knew that I really liked Bill Cosby, and then all these years later, all the stuff that's come out about Bill Cosby, and I can't go and watch reruns of the Cosby Show anymore. I just can't. I mean, it's well-written material, and I'm sure there's lots of people who worked on writing it and directing it and, all the other actors in it and stuff that don't really deserve to be snubbed just because of Bill Cosby. It's a group project, but I guess I am indirectly snubbing them by not watching the Cosby Show reruns because I can't watch them. I can't watch them. Bill Cosby, it really seems like he's an incredibly bad guy. Okay, so rambling too much. Let's keep going.
The way they scream, open borders, tell you share what you got. Just don't take their own crap. Don't take their yachts. Ricky Gervais crashes in, tells them off with.
Oh yeah, this was a really famous speech that Ricky Gervais did, and I'm trying to remember. I watched this speech. I'm trying to remember the details of it. I can't remember the details. I've probably got this wrong, but I think it was something about how Hollywood had gone into super woke, and it shouldn't do that. Like it should be a little bit woke if it wants to, but it shouldn't go into super woke. And in particular, it shouldn't try to enforce political opinions broadly. Like, there should be a natural opinion forming process where there will always be some celebrities on one side and some on the other side and some in the middle and some way off in some direction that you don't even know whether it's right, left, or middle because it's just weird. Stuff like that should be the natural course of opinion forming. I think that's what his speech was about. But yeah, people got really angry at him for that speech. But I remember watching it and thinking, I mostly agree with this speech. I think there were a couple things in there that I didn't agree with, but I mostly agreed with it. And I might have some of these details wrong because it's a while back before I saw that. Okay, let's keep going.
No pause, you celebrities know nothing stick to your applause. Hollywood fakes exposed, he drops the mic with glee while they clutch their pearls. Poor little bourgeoisie. TDS fever burning, foaming at the mouth. Orange man.
Okay, so this is a very famous meme woman in the meme where they go and all that other stuff. And then, let's see, TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. That's when a person hates Trump for no reason or for inadequate reasons. So like, for example, a person who praises Obama for deporting a lot of people with his ICE, but then denigrates Trump for deporting a lot of people in actually pretty similar amounts, at least so far, with his ICE. And so someone that does that is either very hypocritical or quite misinformed. So that's sort of like an example of what Trump derangement syndrome would be. If you hate him or criticize him or dislike him for inadequate reasons, for derangement reasons, instead of actual real reasons that you can articulate well.
Orange man back forever, north to south. They scream stolen land and board their private flight to islands they own. What a
Oh yeah, and Jeffrey Epstein. And then this here is algorithm speak for a word that you can't really say on YouTube.
glorious sight. Celebrities know best. Trust their every word. Bunch of rich douchebags. The hypocrisy is absurd. Celebrities know best. The facts they ignore. Hollywood is.
Yeah, see, this here is talking about how, like, one of the things that the moderate left has always said, and I'm talking about like someone who admires Bernie Sanders a lot and stuff like that, is that rich people are to be viewed with great suspicion. So that's been a general left-wing viewpoint for a long time. View the rich people with great suspicion. But then somehow when those super rich people are celebrities that are left-wing, you're somehow supposed to just praise them and follow them. And doesn't being super rich make them automatically at least a bit corrupt? I mean, I really do believe in that thing that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That sort of thing tends to be true, not necessarily in every case, but it does tend to be true. And so wouldn't celebrities that are extremely rich and powerful be the corrupt ones that we have to be very careful about whether we listen to them or not. Wouldn't that be the case? It seems to me like that should be the logic. So why do we listen to celebrities when they're so rich and so isolated from reality?
Ignore Hollywood is finished. They were a bunch of lying hoes.
Okay, so let's see. Taylor Swift, and I don't recognize her. And then probably all the background people are famous actors. Okay.
And whores, yeah, they know best. Or maybe not. Celebrities know best. Sure, whatever. Keep preaching, you morons. We're dying of laughter.
Okay, well, this is very cool looking. It is, of course, slightly annoying to me because I dislike Trump. I am not a Trump lover. I'm not a Trump hater. And I think that the worst things that people say about him are all unproven. I'd like for them to be proven before people harp on them so much. The main problem I have with him is that he is a hype artist. He is a big-time hype artist. And if you look at what he did in like the 80s and the 90s, is what he mainly did was he was really good at creating hype, and he would run various businesses incompetently, usually bankrupt them, and then say, oh, bankruptcy was the smart thing to do. And the thing is that I don't trust him. I hope he does great things because America needs for him to do great things, but I don't trust him, and I think he's liable to treat America like he treated businesses in the 80s and 90s, which is to just, drain America for all it's worth, create a lot of hype, and then declare bankruptcy in whatever form that actually means. And I think that's quite a possibility that he might do that stuff. But I don't know that he's going to do that stuff. I mean, I don't know the future. Maybe he's changed, and maybe he's getting good ideas from the people around him. I don't know. But anyways, he's primarily a hype artist. I don't think he actually does very much. He's not very useful. But I'm not a Trump derangement person. I don't hate him at all. I just dislike him. And I don't dislike him for irrational reasons. I have legitimate fears that he is going to be a do-nothing president that just creates hype and doesn't do much else. Okay, so yeah, slightly annoying to me, but I can recognize how extremely cool it looks. Okay, let's go. Okay, and is this Kanye West? Possibly Candace Owens, I'm not sure. I recognize her, but I can't think of her name. Is this the Friends actor? David Schwimmer? I'm not sure. Might be. Yeah, and let's see, where is it? He's still... Oh yeah, this thing right here is... So Trump is the president, and he's going to be the president for 3 more years, possibly more, depending on how things go. And that's something that, you don't just keep throwing tantrums about it. You try to move forward. So he's the president, and I wish he wasn't the president, but he is. And, what do you do when your political party is not in power? Well, you try to convince the president to implement your ideas. That's what you do. And so Democrats need to stop throwing a toddler tantrum and instead try to figure out how do we convince Trump and others to implement the most important things. Because, you know, when the Republicans are in power, you're not going to be able to implement everything that Democrats want. So just pick a few of the most important things and try to figure out how can we convince him to do these important things. And they need to be important things that the majority of people support too. If you're trying to push something that the majority of people do not support, you're not going to make any headway on that. Stop wasting time. And that's not what democracy's like either. The representatives are supposed to be pushing things that more than 50% of the people support. So pick a few of those things that Trump isn't doing and try to convince him to do it. You know, stop throwing a toddler tantrum. He's obviously going to be here for a while. And just try to convince him, hey, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, pick some goals, stop flailing around. You know, that's the kind of thing you got to do. Okay, so I think there's probably a huge crowd of people I should recognize. Yeah, most of these people look familiar, but I'm just not coming up with any names. Okay. And they're all crying. Are they crying in sadness or happiness? Actually, some of them look like they're doing happy cry. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and this is the Billie Eilish mansion, I think, which I wasn't really following that scandal, but I did get told by other people what was going on. And then here are Native Americans sitting in her mansion and watching her TV, I'm guessing, with the remote in his hand. Let's go.
Hello? Can you let me into my own home, please? Someone has changed all the locks. I can't get in.
Okay, so the AI lip syncing is a little bit off on that, but it looks mostly real.
Who the hell is that?
Illegal trespasser. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so thanks for watching. Support me, and then there's a Patreon, and let's see, a whole bunch of videos, the Velvet Star Club. Okay, so I think this is just ads from here on out. Yeah, it's just an ad for this channel. And okay, so that was cool. Aggrandizing Trump was slightly annoying to me, but I don't think it was overdone. It was done in a balanced way. I have actually seen videos where people literally worship Trump. Like they take Jesus away and they put Trump in the place of Jesus and they literally worship Trump. I've seen videos like that. And those are very tasteless. But this was just aggrandizing Trump a little bit, so I think it was balanced, and it was slightly annoying to a moderate leftist like me, but not actually very annoying, just a little bit annoying. Okay, and I mostly agree with what I saw in this video. There's some of it I don't agree with. I think the music was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. And the lyrics were hilarious at many points. The AI live action was very realistic looking. Some of the people, I couldn't tell if the video was making fun of them or if it was supporting their viewpoints. It was hard to tell in a few places whether it was being sarcastic or whether it was real support. But mostly I think I understood it. I think I understood when it was being sarcastic. Okay, so let's give it a thumbs up and let's actually go to AI Trailer Home and let's look. There are a lot of videos here, a lot of recent political issues. Ilhan Omar, Minnesota Somalia daycare, Keir Starmer Christmas, all kinds of stuff. Snow White trailer parody. Okay, so I think this stuff basically looks like it might be good, and the video I saw was just good. Okay, and so why don't we go ahead and subscribe to this channel? So that was cool, and I might go back and react to more of their stuff in the future. That was cool.